They call me Poundz, here I'm known as 9-7. 8 customs create, plus I rhyme. Great. Well,
YouTube, welcome back to another 978 video. And today we have Venom 2099. It is not Eddie Brock, this is Kron Stone. I'm not too familiar with him. I was actually reading up on his origins and his background, his character bio, and I'm kind of confused. It says he's Miguel's older half-brother. They have the same father, but they have the same father. Why is Miguel O'Hara and then Kron is Stone? They don't share the same last name, but it says the relationship between them is conflicted. Miguel tried to kill his brother. Stone gave orders to have Jack Gallows' family killed, but Gallows found Stone and fatally wounded him with a knife, dumped his body in the sewer. He bonded with the symbiote. The symbiote had different powers like acid spit, and then when he bonded, he had just feelings to kill Miguel. Doesn't explain why. And then like every other Spider-Man comic, Spider-Man beats Venom. Venom goes away. But I like this rendition of Venom. It is pretty cool. It looks like bones on the outside. But I had to make another head for it. I just wasn't satisfied with the first head, so I made the second head, knowing I could do it. Someone else I know customized a Venom 2099. His name's Rob. And his was a little different, but I kind of took inspiration from his, knowing that I can sculpt, you know, the stuff around the eyes. But it was kind of tough, and what I did was use soft rubber. I'll show you after what I mean on how I sculpted the head. But this is pretty cool. I think it's an easy custom to do. If you're familiar with sculpting, you can execute this pretty simply. It's just you got to be precise with how you put on the sculpt, because I had an issue the first time. I actually broke it around the ribs. But let me show you the head first. This is just a regular Venom head. I sculpted the two little slime pieces up top that you see, and it's hard to really see, so I'm trying to find the correct lighting to just make it pop out a bit. It's not white, it's more like a bone yellow, dingy off-white. So me putting it white, it'll just look really white, but there is shading in it, and I have black inside the cracks. I didn't do any dry brush. Well, I did do dry brush, but just not with a dry brush. Now before that though, I sculpted over the eyes, and then in between the sculpt I have these Ghost Rider flame effects, the blue ones. I can show you really quick, just a little sculpt over the blue fire. You know, I did that for flexibility purposes, in case that if you ever drop it, the sculpt won't break off, because those sharp points are so thin, they'll probably just break you moving the head in the wrong place. This should seem more suitable. Also added crease lines where the original sculpt crease lines around the eyes were. And then I added some white paint, just all white paint, flat, and red in the eyes, and black in the mouth, and white on the teeth. And like this, I thought it looked so cool. But I had already painted the body shaded, so I knew I had to shade the face, but I like the face all white. But I had to shade it in order to match the body, so I did. But I can show you what the first head looked like. And this is just an anti-venom head with a little sculpt over the eyes. Shaved down the spikes that was on his head and painted it. I guess I just wasn't too satisfied with this, so I wanted to make the other one just a little more comic accurate. But I am happy with both of them, so I'm happy to have both of them. It's always good to have an alternate head. You guys let me know, right? Which head do you think is better? The first head I made or the second head? Because I like them both, so I wouldn't be mad either way if it came with either or. But I will say I do favor this head the most, just because it's more accurate. And I'm happy the way it turned out with those rubber pieces. And that's why I usually save little things in my storage box for future use, because you never know. This figure just comes with an extra pair of fists, some open hands, an extra head, and then the anti-venom spike accessories that comes on that figure. But this is just shaded up a bit. Using the Venom body, it's all black already, so I didn't have to paint much, and I did paint over it, but you won't get any paint rub. And you can articulate it pretty much the same as any other legend. You can crunch back, you can crunch forward. It's no big deal. The sculpt won't get in the way. I did, I think, a pretty decent job at sculpting around the moving part, so you won't get any rub. The first time I sculpted on the ribs, and I showed my girlfriend, and then she was like excited, and she moved it around, and she cracked the sculpt that was under the arm. And you know, she did me a favor because I realized that it just wasn't a good place for it. Well, having that Ghost Rider flame sculpt on top just makes it feel like it's factory. It's nice and soft. But let me show you what I meant on where I sculpted the first time. Right here. It just wasn't in the right place. So every time you try to move the arm down, it would have caused rubbing. Now the reason why it broke is because it was still soft. It wasn't even done curing yet, and my girlfriend moved the arm. But again, she did me a favor, and so what I did was just make this V shape, so where this peg, or the arm point wouldn't rub. I don't know if you can see that right there. Like, it would scrape that normally if I didn't do that angle. So I'm happy that I had to do that again. It actually worked out for me. I keep playing with the lighting because I don't know which one looks best. I don't know how to set the light correctly to just make this figure look at its best. But I like it dark. I like it light. It's like toast. Doesn't really matter. Here's a quick comparison of the heads and the heads they originate from. You can see that the Venom and the other Venom 2099 look kind of the same, just with new sculpt. And the same thing with the anti-Venom and the anti-Venom redo, I guess. They're just slight modifications. It's nothing too serious, but let's compare Venom 2099 to Venom. Kron Stone on the left and Eddie Brock on the right, and you can see they both share the same exact body. That's the Hyperion mold. The only difference is the sculpt. But let's compare him to anti-Venom and see what they look like. And here I swapped out the heads just so you can get a better look that they are the exact same head. I just had to modify it a bit just to give it that look. But they are the same. It's just sculpted around the eyes and black wash on the face. All I did was take the black paint off of the anti-Venom. Then I painted some black on the backside. The white you see in the front is factory white. I just black washed it. Well, YouTube, this is it. Thank you for watching another 978 Customs video. If you like this video and you want to see more Spider-Man customs, feel free to like, comment down below, and subscribe.
Everybody start to sing. La-dee-ah, whoa, and now you're singing with a swing. Sing, 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 sing.